Welcome to Comparative VPN YouTube channel. Today's video will be an in-depth review of Mozilla VPN. Mozilla VPN is a simplistic VPN service that comes from the creators of a well-known browser called Firefox. I'm sure that some of you still use Firefox simply because it's privacy-oriented to a certain extent when compared to its rival Google Chrome. Up until recently, Mozilla VPN was a part of the browser and was a browser extension the same way as Opera VPN still is. However, the company decided to extend its services and dig deeper into the new, ever-growing and mainly saturated VPN marketplace. With that in mind, the question is, does Mozilla VPN have anything to do with the likes of ExpressVPN, CyberGhost, NordVPN, Surfshark and many other premium VPNs? Because, after all, this is not a free VPN and to use it, you will need to pay a certain price. Well, I will answer this question in my following Mozilla VPN review, and I will not go easy on it, just so you know. After all, this is a premium VPN and it must have certain qualities to justify the price. Before I proceed, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to stay notified whenever we publish a new useful VPN review like this one. Okay, so I will start my Mozilla VPN review and test by talking about applications and ease of use. The VPN supports, well, not many platforms and devices. On the list, you can see platforms like Windows, Mac OS, Android, iOS and Linux. Sadly, there are no routers, Fire Stick TV, gaming consoles, Apple TV and others. When it comes to simultaneous connections, Mozilla VPN supports 5 of them. For some users this is not enough, but for me I would say that it's more than enough, since I use just one phone, one computer and a PS5, which Mozilla VPN doesn't support. Beware that to download applications or subscribe to this service, you will need to be located in any of these countries. At the time of making this Mozilla VPN review, the VPN is geo-restricted to particular regions, so you might not be able to get it unless you use a VPN to unblock it. Let's now talk about ease of use. This is how the application looks. It's basic, straightforward and easy to use. To connect to the server of your choice, you need to click here to open the server list, choose the country, and then choose the location of the VPN server. And this is where the major problem appeared for me. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't connect to the VPN server. I tried pretty much every server and the VPN did the same thing. It started connecting, stopped, and after that I couldn't get internet access. Once I restarted my PC or uninstalled the application, everything went back to normal. Strangely, the support team told me to do the same. Sign out, uninstall the application and that should fix the issue. But, as you can guess, nothing of that really helped me. I'm not the only one experiencing this issue. Many people online, including my friends, told me that Mozilla VPN didn't work for them, so I'm not sure what exactly is the issue, to be honest. So, this Mozilla VPN review will be mainly focused on its features rather than streaming and speed tests. I'm really sorry for that, but that's my experience with Mozilla VPN. Obviously not very good. So overall, Mozilla VPN is really easy to use, but it offers weak device support and not many simultaneous connections, which might be a problem for more demanding users. Moving on, let me talk about privacy and security in this Mozilla VPN test. I'll be honest, this is not the most secure VPN out there. However, there are some decent features that I would like to mention. Since the VPN uses WireGuard protocol and you have no option of changing it, it's logical that 256-bit encryption does its job in the background, encrypting your connection and keeping it private. This is all impressive except for the fact that Mozilla VPN doesn't have a kill switch. Yeah, it's not there and this is simply a must-have feature if you're going to pay for a VPN. For comparison, ExpressVPN and CyberGhost have it, and even free VPNs like ProtonVPN, HideMe and TunnelBear offer an automatic kill switch. On the other side, I like the addition of split tunneling, also called app permissions here. It basically lets you choose which apps will use the VPN and which ones will bypass the VPN tunnel and use your native IP address. I'm not sure if there's IP and DNS leak protection, by the way, because even on the website, the VPN doesn't say anything about these features, leaving you to think about whether or not your connection is truly secure while using it. Actually, it is, unless you lose a connection to the VPN and expose your IP address due to the lack of a kill switch. Oh, one more thing. The VPN actually has multi-hop servers as well, and you can customize entry and exit location, which is really a nice addition. Mozilla VPN claims to not store any logs, track or share your network data. Yet, in the app, there's the option to turn off data collection and use, so after all, this is a possibility. In the privacy policy, we can see that Mozilla is quite short and concise and I like it. Logically, a security audit on the privacy policy is not here, and that is because this is a new VPN. But when I think better, this privacy policy won't be able to receive an audit because it's not a no-logs policy. You see, Mozilla VPN collects information from your Firefox account, and this includes your email and IP address. First red flag. Even worse, there's location information in the list that is known by the service through, of course, your IP. Apart from this, I found that a VPN stores information related to your operating system and hardware configuration, as well as the timestamps of your login. Interestingly, they even know when you request the server list, which I'm not exactly sure why is needed. The good thing is that Mozilla won't store logs of your browsing history, and it uses Molvad for protecting all the stored information. Molvad VPN in our review proved to be a very safe and secure VPN, which is definitely a plus. But with all this collected information in place, I don't think that Mozilla VPN can be trusted 100%. Overall, for a paid VPN I expected a bit more. The absence of a kill switch is unforgivable, let alone the privacy policy that isn't so private after all. Okay, so what about servers of Mozilla VPN? At the time of making this review, Mozilla VPN is still a young VPN, so to say, and because of that, you cannot expect it to have thousands of servers. With 400 plus servers in 30 plus countries, the VPN won't blow your socks off. But, scrolling through the server locations in the app, I saw that the majority of servers are located in the US, and the server distribution is more or less okay unless we talk about certain regions. For instance, in South America, Mozilla VPN only has servers in Brazil. Even worse, there is not a single African server on the list. If anything, Asian coverage is a lot better, with some servers in Japan and Hong Kong. Thankfully, there are multi-hop servers in place that drastically influence the level of encryption you get. This is a great security feature, albeit it will reduce your speed drastically due to the double level of encryption used here. I forgot to mention that Mozilla VPN actually uses Molvad VPN servers, but not all of them obviously, because Molvad VPN has more servers in more countries. Let's be honest, the situation isn't great, and if you want more servers and better server coverage, you should seek out any other premium VPN. CyberGhost, for instance, that has 7,000 servers in more than 90 countries and is cheaper than Mozilla VPN. More about that later. What about customer support of Mozilla VPN? Well, this was my least favorite part of this Mozilla VPN review. I'm sad to hear that 24/7 live chat support isn't available, and instead, you get an old school method of contacting the customer support team. The first thing you will see is basically an FAQ section for self-help. If a particular article isn't helpful, you can resort to contacting the community, which is sort of Mozilla's forum. Of course, you can also contact a customer support team representative via email and then wait for a response. In my experience, they take way too long to respond. Like 2 days on average, sometimes less, sometimes more, which is a far cry from 24/7 live chat support in many premium VPNs where you get a response pretty much immediately. Before we conclude this Mozilla VPN review, we must first talk about the price. Having in mind everything I said, but also the prices of other premium VPNs, would you actually pay a top dollar to get it? I personally wouldn't, even though Mozilla VPN is, for me, priced inappropriately when compared to its overall quality. The most expensive plan here is the monthly plan, priced at $10 a month, and this is okay, let's leave it at that. However, Mozilla VPN gives you its cheapest annual plan at $4.99 a month or close to $60 upfront. This is not a bad price for the annual VPN plan, but having in mind, as I said, overall quality of this VPN, this is a really expensive VPN, and of course you should not buy it. For example, you can check out CyberGhost, that's priced very similarly to Mozilla VPN if you go for the annual plan. But if you check the cheapest plan, its price is significantly cheaper. For this price, you get 7,000 plus servers in 90 countries, a no logging policy, more security features, the ability to unblock Netflix and download torrents safely, 24/7 live chat service, better device support, and 7 simultaneous connections on a single subscription. If you want, you can also pay a tiny bit more and get ExpressVPN instead. It's even better than CyberGhost and offers 3,000 plus servers in 94 countries, the fastest speeds, works with Netflix and other streaming platforms, offers a certified no-logs policy, more security features and 24/7 live chat support, accompanied by applications for all platforms. In case you want to try Mozilla VPN first, you can do that and claim a refund thanks to a 30-day money-back guarantee in case you don't like it or it simply doesn't work for you as well. After that, you can try ExpressVPN and CyberGhost the same way thanks to their 30 and 45-day money-back guarantee respectively. I'm sure that you will see a big difference in every possible way. After everything I said, it's time to conclude this Mozilla VPN review and test. So, what do I think of Mozilla VPN? I think that it's not a great VPN, and with this level of performance, security and privacy, it should have remained free, as was the case with the precursor of this VPN, i.e. Mozilla VPN browser extension. Apart from easy-to-use applications for all supported platforms and some solid security features, I struggle to think positively about this VPN. First and foremost, it doesn't work for me at all, it doesn't have a no-logs policy, it has poor device support, small server network and isn't particularly cheap. For a similar price, you can get ExpressVPN instead, or if you want to save money, CyberGhost is a much better solution. Both of these VPNs are significantly better in every way, and they're going to give you a much more fulfilling VPN experience at an affordable price. So with everything I said, this was all for today's Mozilla VPN review. I hope you liked it, and if you did, make sure you smash the like button below the video, subscribe to our channel and stay with us because many more useful VPN reviews are coming very soon. See you in the next video, bye!